Hey, welcome back to a brand new episode of Detective Conan and Kindaichi Case Files. We're continuing off with Chapter 2, and I can't believe it's only Chapter 2 because we've been playing for 4.5 hours, and I'm not sure, but I think there's like 7 chapters in total. But I don't think that's a bad thing. It's a very good game so far, and I'm liking it. I hope it goes on. So, here we go. Phew. We somehow did well. But what are we going to do now? As I've said, but not only is there no way to reach the outside world, there are also no good boats. Yeah, there wasn't a single boat anchored in the harbor. There's no chance we can use one to get off this island. How could there not be boats on such an island? It seems like it was done intentionally. Those guys, what are they up to? Anyway, now that we know, what should we do? Let's think it over. So, it miraculously went well. If the transmitter hadn't worked then, we'd be in quite a mess now. Damn, I was nervous. But now we can be sure. Be sure of what? We can be sure they're planning something bad. If they had nothing to hide, they wouldn't mind the police here. I see. Is that why Hioki is so vigilant with the outsiders? Probably. I can imagine it. Damn. So that's it. I'm gonna give them my thanks for having me locked up. Well, let's stay calm now. If you go off again, they'll cast their eyes on us again. That's true. It's a shame, but let's put it off for now. This is the Twilight Island, where the ferry departed from. What do you think? Doesn't the scenery look the same? The Twilight Island port was more colorful and better looking. It wasn't this worn out. Yeah, that's true. The first thing to do is to investigate this island. What is this island? Where is it? Ah, I remember now. The coal miners were talking about a library on this island. Should we go there and investigate this place? Library. We surely learn a lot there. So this is the same library as it is in the other Twilight Island, where Conan was. And like the layout and everything is the same. This is the library. Surprisingly, this is actually a great library. You get more information here than I was expecting. How do you know? You haven't even gone in yet. How do you know? Enter library. Alright, let's hurry and get to work. Rather than moving somewhere, I better investigate here, okay. Books. The bookshelf is empty and full of dust. Hard to get motivated in this kind of place. Oh, there's somebody at the reception. Let's ask if they have documents related to this island. Excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me! Can you hear me? I can hear you! Jeez, don't shout. Ah, sorry. Jeez. And? What do you want? Such a rude receptionist. Nothing like what you'd expect. Woman working reception at the library on the island. Kindaichi is on call Twilight Island Library. Has a bad attitude. Oh, no kidding. Say, I'd like to ask, where can I find documents related to this island? Documents related to this island? Sheesh, you too? You too? A weird guy came by earlier and also asked for such documents. Are you friends? A man investigating this island. Someone other than us? Can you please tell us the name of this island we're on? Huh? The earlier guy asked the same thing. Sure you're not friends? Eh? He also asked about the name of this island. And what did you answer? I of course told him that this is Twilight Island. His face turned all pale and he mumbled. What did he say? Oh, I forgot. It was something laughable, so I decided to remember it, but... well, I'll let you guys know if I remember. Is that so? Oh, who could that be? The man you said was also after the documents. Who was he? As with you, it was my first time meeting him. But it was more elegant. I can't just let that slide. How was he more elegant than me? Calm down, old-timer. What did this guy do afterward? The documents were kept in the office instead of on display. When I told him, he rushed in there. The documents in the office are important, but I also have an interest in the man looking for those. Sorry, but where is this office you mentioned? Ah, it's already so late. I have a work call to attend to. Hold on. The archives number was... Sheesh, customers should be more important than a call. A call? A call! Hey, you! Are you listening? This is an important call. I'll be with you in a minute. Ours is important too. Give me that phone. Huh? Why? I'm calling for help. I'd like to call outside of the island. Outside of the island? What are you saying? This is just a local line. Local line? This phone is only to call within the library. Do you still want it? You mean, there's no way to reach the outside world? The line connecting this island to the network was severed. Seems it was hit by lightning. It will need time to fix. That's what Hyoki-san said. So, if you could... Hey, I'm on the phone. Give me a minute. As expected, things can't be that easy. Hello. Sorry about that. Some strange customers were bothering me. The lady from the reception is on the phone. It seems this local line is working, but since it doesn't reach the outside, it's of no use to us. Anyway, she should be off soon. Whoa, what happened? Eh? Uncle, that sound. Yeah, there's no doubt. That was a gunshot. Eh? A gunshot? A gunshot? No way! Where was that? Where did that gunshot come from? From the back of the first floor. I think I heard it from there. Oh no, would it be that guy? Let's ask the receptionist. Okay. That guy that was asking the same questions. Could he have been the one that got killed? No, this is 25 years ago. So this is the suicide. This is the suicide of that guy. Oh man, it's been a while since I played it. I forgot his name. But yeah, I think this is the moment that the suicide happened. But is he the one that was asking about the island and everything? Excuse me, what's in the back of the first floor? That's the office. So he was the person that was asking for it. Did he also come from the future? The office? If I recall, the guy who came for the documents went to Kindaichi. Yeah, let's go to the office. Hey miss, this is an emergency. Lead us there. Okay. This strange feeling, such an unpleasant premonition. It feels like some sort of omen. Veered like a gunshot to the office. Then we broke down the door. A scream echoed through the room. Ah! That scream confirmed that my premonition had become reality. There was a man sitting in an office chair. Anyone could see, even just at a glance, the light of his life had just burned out. He's dead? Someone's dead? Uncle, this is... Yeah, this is troublesome. No, we've been in trouble from the start. Is trouble even suitable for conditions like this? Yeah, let me look at the key words. Oh, we don't have the same... We don't have the same keywords as Conan, which makes sense. Ah, I forgot his name, though. Okay. Well, we'll find out. Before investigating, let's talk with the receptionist. Okay, yeah, it's that VIP guy. You remember this man? He's the man from earlier. He came in here searching for those documents. There's no doubt, but if it's that VIP, like the locals would have known him, and the receptionist would have known who he was, but she doesn't. As I thought, and we're thinking we just found someone just like us. Why do we have to meet like this? I don't understand. Why is he dead? What does this mean? Calm down. Don't be foolish. There's no way I can calm down. Just leave it to us now. Leave it to you? What do you mean? Just who the hell are you? I'm Kenmochi from the police headquarters. I'm a police officer. The police? Yes, that's right. Leave this case to me. First, return to the lobby and await instructions from me. Okay, I'll just leave this to you. I'm feeling sick. I need to go rest. First, let's get a grasp of the situation. After suddenly hearing a gunshot, we rushed here, only to find this man, dead. Kindaichi, how do we explain this? Let's investigate here first of all. We may understand things if we do. Yeah, you're right. The office is about 10 tatami mats large, and there's no windows here. Even though it's large, we still feel confined. Let's take a closer look. Okay, let's take a thorough look, okay? There's a bullet hole in the wall. This office is the size about 10 tatami mats. There aren't any windows in here. Despite being sizable, it still feels small. There's something encrusted in the wall. This is the bullet. It seems there's only one bullet hole in this room. Given we've only heard one gunshot, that leaves no mistake this is the bullet fired from the gun. There's no blood. If it went through his head and onto the wall, it would be some blood traces, right? There probably documents about the island on this bookshelf. It's interesting, but our first priority is to resolve this guy's death. Yeah, that's more important. For sure. A pistol is on the floor. There's also a faint scent of gunpowder left from it being fired. There's no mistake. The gunshot we heard came from this pistol. The gun that had fallen onto the floor near the victim, the smell of gun smoke remained. It's believed to be the murder weapon that took the victim's life. And finally, the body. His body is still warm. He must have died very recently. There are injuries to both temples. Judging from that, the bullet passed through one side to the other, entering from the right side and exiting through the left. Death would have been instantaneous. Does he have anything on him we could use to get an ID? Let's see. Where? No, nothing. So, an unidentified victim. The victim found dead in the library office, identity unknown. A through-and-through gunshot wound in the temple is the cause of death. No bullet is inside of his body. Anything else? This fan. Eh? This electric fan is not working. Yet it's plugged in. The switch is on, but it's not working. I should maybe check this fan a little more. There's a mark on the shaft, as if something had pierced it. It's likely the bullet that what broke this fan. And the switch is still set to high. That means the fan was broken while being on high. And the fan is pointed towards the desk. At this angle, the entire desk would be covered by the breeze. So, a high breeze covering the whole desk. I see. This fan was broken by the bullet from the gun, and the fan has switched on high before that. It's getting more and more interesting. Fan placed on the office desk broken, but still plugged in and switched on. A bullet pierced through the shaft of the fan, breaking it. What does that mean? How is that tied into the case? I'm not sure. Well, what did you find? Let's take a good look. There must be some clues somewhere. No need to remind me, I already know what to do from here. Okay, so there's still more to investigate? And that piece of paper. There's something on the desk. It looks like a letter. It may have been left by the victim. Let's see what's written here. Yeah, you're right. It says, there's no point in me living. I choose death. That's all. Oh, so this is a suicide note. It seems so... Huh? This note. What is it? It's so cheap looking. A thin sheet, like straw paper. There's no call for using such paper for a suicide note. No, when I was a kid, straw paper was really precious. Besides, paper types have nothing to do with our investigation. Still, such thin paper, it could be blown away by even the slightest breeze. Oh, so that's where the fan ties in. This paper was put on the desk after he was shot and after the fan was broken. So he did not write that note. Someone else wrote it and put it there after. Placed on the office desk. It says, there's no point in me living, I choose death. Suicide note was written on a thin piece of coarse paper. Then, what is it, Kindaichi? Is there something bothering you? Right now, the thing intriguing me most is this electric fan. Uncle, sorry, but can you do something for me? I'd like you to ask something of the girl in the lobby. Ask her if there are other fans like this one in the library. Okay, but why do you need it? Just a hunch. Something I'd like to try. I don't really understand, but okay. Wait for me here. A few minutes later... Kindaichi, sorry for the wait. The receptionist gave me one when I asked her. She had the exact same fan. What luck! And where do I put it? It's not to cool this place down, right? No, I just want to try something. The placement of this fan is very important for this experiment. Listen, Uncle, you're going to place this fan where the letter is, pointed at the body, where the fan goes. Where the fan goes? Where the broken fan is. Put it there. In order to verify my suspicion, it's necessary to have a new fan in the same spot as the broken one. Substituting the broken fan with a new one. What's the idea here? You'll understand really soon. Place it in the same spot and at the same angle as the original. Then, plug the fan in. Turn it on. And set the strength to low, medium, or high. I already told you, no? It's necessary to have the exact same conditions as before. The exact setting before would be high. Set it to what it was before. Put it on high. Got it. Setting it on high. Yep, the paper gets blown away. Kindaichi, the note was blown away. Like I thought. Huh? Like you thought. What? It's all clear now. I'm talking about the cause of death. Cause of death or whatever. Isn't it a suicide? The temple was pierced by a bullet. Shooting through the temple is often seen in suicide cases. Furthermore, the concrete evidence is the suicide note. With all these facts, there's no doubt he committed suicide. Well, Kindaichi, you have something to offer in objection. Isn't there too much evidence to object with, that is? What? This death that occurred right in front of our eyes. This is, probably, a murder. A murder? That's nonsense. See? There's even a note. No, this note is the most suspicious part. Suspicious? Why? There's a problem with the suicide note. It is the note's placement. The part bothering me most is when the note was placed on the table. When it was placed, isn't it obvious? He placed the note on the desk just before he died. That's it. That's why it's suspicious. A note is something placed before the suicide, right? Yes, of course. It can't be placed after death. Let's state it directly. This note was placed on the table after his death. This note was placed after his death. What? Is that true? Yeah, I'm sure of it. Let's show Uncle so he'll understand. The note being placed after his death. Those two key words show it perfectly. What are the two key words showing the note was placed afterwards? Is it the broken fan and the suicide note? Broken fan and suicide note. State of suicide note. After replacing the broken fan with the new one, the fact that the suicide note wasn't blown away proved it was placed there after the death of the victim. This fan was broken after being plugged in, so this fan was broken while it was being used. And if this fan was broken due to the bullet that pierced its shaft, I understand that, but is the story behind this fan breaking that important? Yeah, it's really important. Try to remember, Uncle. When you you substituted the broken fan for the new one, the change. Change? Indeed, the note. Ah, I see. That's it. Uncle, he's finally on track. We only heard one gunshot, and only found one bullet here. So, only one bullet was fired in this room. The same bullet took this guy's life and also broke the fan. This fan was working while the victim was still alive. That means the problem is, how could the victim have placed a note on the desk? The fan was operational while he was alive, meaning the note on the table should have been blown away. So, this note was placed when? The note was placed after the fan had stopped, after the victim died. From that point, the person that placed the note was inevitably a third party. This keyword updated. A third party having placed a note, having them both fake the note and make it seem like a suicide. In other words, the victim didn't commit suicide. If it being a suicide, there have been no need to fake it. Then, the next thing we should think about is, if it's not a suicide, how did the victim die? An accident is really unlikely given the circumstances, meaning the chances of this being a murder are high. This guy is becoming more and more of a burden. Looks that way. So, what are we gonna do now? How do we find the culprit? Let's head back to the lobby and look for the witness. And look for witnesses. And we should close all entrances to the library. Yeah, you're right. Alright, I think this is probably where I'm gonna stop this episode. And I'll continue in the next episode to close off the library and investigate more and look for witnesses. But if you like what you see and you want more episodes like this, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Thanks.